Hi, my name is Amari, and I'm going to shoot a video, and this is my friend, Jaylee. She is 2 size, so I am going to do the video myself.
In this very moment I'm king. In this very moment I slay Goliath with the sling. This very moment I bring, put it on everything. That I will retire with the ring, and I will retire with the crown. Yes, no I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes.
Who is Amari? Amari is my girl. She is one of those kids that you would say has been here before.
It's like she's been before. I mean, she's way ahead of her time, so I will say that she has a big personality for her to be so young.
This is a vibrant little girl who had so many questions that me and her mom would say open, close, meaning her mouth was constantly moving.
And she has so much personality and so much fun.
A little diva doll. I mean, outgoing, talkative, funny. The funniest little girl, I mean, she get it from her mother, but the funniest little girl you could have ever possibly met.
It's a celebration every time we link up. We done did everything they could think of. Greatness is what we on the brink of.
Is one of those kids that you just, her personality can't be described because she has so much personality to be such a small person. I'm thinking about one particular event. She was in a fashion show a couple years ago, and this was her first fashion show, so she had no idea what to expect. And a lot of the girls had been in pageants and things before, but she walked the runway with all the confidence like she'd been a superstar for years. And she didn't place, and she started to cry, and we were trying to console her, let her know that it was just one opportunity of many that she would have in the past or in the future.
And that's even my grandkids. Oh, my, that's your girl. She your favorite. No, she wasn't my favorite. I'm not gonna say favorite. All of them my favorite, but Amari had her way of saying different things. She was like, "Honey, could you come do this with me? Honey, could we go there, honey?" And she always wanted to do something with me.
Amari is charismatic, she's funny, full of energy, full of life.
She just was so full of life, liked to dance. She was getting tired of the camera because she was like, my mother's taking too many pictures. Stop the camera. I was like, how can I stop the camera? Please tell her stop taking all them pictures. I'm so glad she took all them pictures. I am so glad. I don't know.
Still remember the day as if it was yesterday. My mom had called me, and my mom has a very bad habit of continuing to call my cell phone often. And she called me 3 or 4 times in a row, and I was ignoring her call because I was in meetings for work. And I finally called her back, and she said Amari and Auntie were in an accident. And when you hear a car accident, you always think maybe some broken bones, maybe just a bad, like the car is just damaged. But she was like, they were at the hospital. So I was like, okay, well, I was currently at a meeting at Howard University. So I was like, well, I can just run up the street to Children's Hospital and check on her.
I've seen her all the time, and I think I got like the call first from Brooke when she called me and told me she was in an accident. I didn't think it was as serious as it was.
When I walked into Children's Hospital on the 2nd floor, and I seen her mom on the floor crying, and she looked at me and said, "Tell me my baby is going to be okay." And I didn't know what had happened at that point, but I knew it was more than what I had anticipated.
When I got there and got the news, that's when I knew how serious it was. It definitely affects me every day. I mean, I think about it all the time.
I was at work, and at the time, her mother and I had an argument and weren't seeing eye to eye. And when she called, I was in a meeting, and when I looked at the phone, I was like, oh, what does she want? So after I got out of the meeting, I called her back. Well, no, actually, she left a message. She left a message on my phone, and it wasn't coherent, so I couldn't understand what she was saying, but I knew she was crying. So I called her back, and she told me that AMARI and her mother had an accident, and that it wasn't good. I just didn't understand what had happened. I couldn't fathom what had happened. I knew it was an accident, but I didn't know anything. And when I saw her, and she just, my mother just broke down, was saying that she's gone, and it's hard to imagine that little girl gone. It's hard to imagine that.
So it was April 29th, 2013. I received a call. I can't even remember. I know it was probably in between 8 and 9:30. I dozed off. I was sick the night before, so I was trying to get all my rest. I had an appointment for Kaiser, and my mom was supposed to take me to urgent care, so she had to take AMARI to school for me. And the timing, I dozed off, and I woke up to this. I woke up from a nightmare to my reality. Everybody I tried to contact wouldn't answer the phone for me. I'm in the house by myself. I'm screaming with no car because my mom had my car, so I couldn't get to her, and I just was devastated. Every piece of me was numb. I woke up from a nightmare to get a phone call about my child being, not only my child, my mother being in the hospital.
I sat down. I couldn't remember nothing. I don't remember what happened. I don't remember anything. Just sat down for a while. And it took about a year and a half for me to just realize that it was a freak accident. I was blaming everybody. Like, I blamed the girl. I was blaming myself because I wish I wasn't driving. I wish it wasn't me because it's so hard.
It affects me deeply because you always think that this type of thing happens to everybody else. It doesn't happen to anybody that you know or that's close to you. It doesn't happen to you. And it did.
It definitely makes me sad when I think about it. When I see the pictures, it actually brings, you know what I'm saying, that sadness back to life. I mean, because we tend to kind of go on with our normal lives, and you kind of see it, and it brings that same feeling you got when you heard it happen back to you.
That it wasn't just an accident that hurt the car, but the godchild that I loved so much was actually potentially not going to make it. The doctor had came out and said that he'd done all he could do in the next 24 to 48 hours was going to be determined by AMARI. And to hear that about someone who had so much energy and so much spark and was the life of the family was hard. It's still hard.
So that I don't have to walk through them enormous lines. Life of being AMARI's mom, so amazing. One, she is full of life, so much personality, outgoing, and a true diva doll. I mean, lip gloss, sparkly, bedazzled shoes, and everything. But a lot of people used to say AMARI was here before because she had such an one of her favorite songs was Wait a Minute, Mr. Postman. For 5-year-old, that was a little bit too much. She asked me at 4 if she could go to New York for her birthday. I said, what do a 4-year-old want to do in New York for her birthday? She told me, Mommy, lights, camera, action. And I just knew she will be a handful. One step at a time, right, Pootie? So many things you have to learn. Coming here to Children's now is a little more easier. Before, I had anxiety. I could not walk through the second floor. That's where I got the worst news of my life, was on the second floor. I was told as the doctors were coming to pronounce AMARI's time of death, another surgeon had came into the room and performed emergency surgery on AMARI. And saved my baby's life, and I call him my angel because he saved my child. He gave her another chance, and although they wrote her out for 20 minutes after they said, oh, she won't last over 20 minutes, she won't last over 8 days, it's been a year plus, and I'm forever grateful because I knew who the doctor was in that surgery room. I never gave up on AMARI. The day they thought I should have, I never gave up on her, but really, she didn't give up on herself. It was all AMARI and God's doing, because all I can do is sit there and pray.
Hi, my name is Leslie Goldberg, and I work at Moton Elementary School. I am a first grade teacher, and I had AMARI in my classroom a few years ago. AMARI was a delightful student. She was very energetic, and she's very enthusiastic about learning. I could always depend on AMARI to help out in the classroom, whether it was the other students that she was helping, or just running errands for me, or anything I needed to have done. She was always very helpful. She was meticulous about getting everything done just right. She was also a great role model, and she had a lot of friends at Moton. Everybody loved AMARI. She just had a great disposition and a great outlook on life.
It's pretty hard to figure out how comfortable she can be because of her body slanting. As long as I get a smile and she doesn't give me frowns, I'm okay with getting her together and making sure she's as comfortable as possible is just the number one thing. Would you like me to make a copy of it? Please. Check out 3 pages. Medication that AMARI has to take, and instead of me writing down all 30,000, I just give them a copy. And let's go from there. Oh, we're going to the A side. Okay, I've never been over here.
Hey,
Hi, Dr. Toasty.
It's not better.
Hello, guys.
Hi. So she's here for 2 years. Any pain, concern?
No, not today. She's been doing really good.
Okay.
She's been a troop for the last 3 days, right, Pootie?
How's things been?
So far so good. After the surgery, AMARI, her posture has been okay. We had a few days of a lot of pain, of course. We knew that would come.
Sure.
Oh, hello.
Hello,
Look at how much
Dr.
better you're
Toasty.
sitting up. That's so nice. Okay. So what I don't like is the rotation. And remember, we were going to try to torture the wheelchair people.
Well, this is a new wheelchair.
Well, then I'm not happy with them. Well, I think that sadly, like many kids who are head injured, she has a tremendous amount of tone. And so I confess, I think like an auto mechanic, I thought this is a child that's going to break. And what can we do to position her better so she needs fewer surgeries and hopefully won't be so susceptible to fracture. So as you've seen, we're working on contracture reduction and building up her bone. I wish we had a magic bullet to take away the head injury. That would be the nicest of all. That I can't do. But I want her quality of life to be the best we can make it. And we can help. And we're working on it.
Yes, we are. Right, Pootie? Speak with new tongue, they shall take up supplements, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. In the name of Jesus, I lay my hands and my mind, and I command it to be healed. I lay my hands on my body, on AMARI's body, and command every cell, gland, organ, nerves, muscle, bones, and ligament joints, brain injuries, scoliosis, stiffness to the body, anxiety, and every other area, and to be healed in the name of Jesus.
We're seeing her now saying this month compared to the last couple months, I feel a little better about things. I feel like she's moving forward. She's smiling, she's moving her limbs, and she can visualize, she moves her eyes. Like, I be like, Mari, honey's in the room. She starts smiling, and she's looking like she's looking around to see where's honey, and she just moves, and then her heart rates go up a lot because she's trying to say something, but she can't get it out.
This has definitely been a difficult journey for the entire family, especially her mother, but it has also been a walking blessing because she's definitely fought through every portion of the journey and every step. Sometimes the doctors didn't think she was going to make it, but she continued to fight, and we're continuing to pray.
So, if you can see, AMARI looks identically like me. This is me here, and this is AMARI. I give no love. I never get told that AMARI looks like me. On a daily basis, I have to take fish oil just to remember a lot of things because AMARI needs a lot of care. One, make sure all her supplies are in order, whether it's her room. Like, our house is a little small, so we have things everywhere. So just make sure her room is set up for the nurses. Make sure all her equipment is in. Mari is on at least, I want to say 15 to 18 medications, different medications, and three medications that rotate monthly. So I have to make sure everything is in place, in order, within the right amount of time. Some medications every 14 days, some within a month supply. Doctor's visits. Mari has multiple specialists, from neuro to ortho to physical medicine to ear and throat. The fact that I keep coming back and forth to the hospital, actually this visit was very unexpected. We had no idea of what was going on. Heart rate extremely high, doctors passing it down to next doctors because they don't know what's truly going on with Amari. There is a term, dysautonomia. It's caused by brain injuries, and Amari, because of her brain injury, she cannot regulate a lot of things. So they're believing that, my belief, with my spiritual belief, is that she's coming around to understanding what's going on, more alert. Right now her feet are extremely warm. Her whole body is the same temperature. Before, her feet were ice cold, one hand cold, one hand warm, and that's because her brain couldn't regulate her body temperature. So I'm standing on God's word, knowing that my daughter is just coming around. The troubles of being in a hospital. You're here, I'm a single mom, I do have family, so I will get some visits, but I'm the only one who knows Amari's care. So you see, I'm here in a sling. I supposed to be back and forth to the doctors, but I can't. I have to be here with Amari, and I have no one in my place to know her care. So it's pretty tough on me. I mean, once her nurse, 24-hour nurse we have, once her nurse is not here with me, no one else knows Amari care, and it's stressful. I mean, I love my daughter dearly, and I want to continue to do everything that I need for her, but in order for me to take care of her, I have to take care of myself too.
So it's been a little over 2 years since the accident, and I've watched her journey from Children's Hospital to the rehabilitation center to hospital for sick children to her being home. Each portion of this journey has been difficult in its own right, but it has also been a blessing, because we've come from the stage of her having her bone removed because her brain was so swell and we couldn't even recognize her face, to me being able to go in between work hours and be able to go to visit with her therapist and having them work her out on tables and things, to her actually coming home and being able to laugh at certain things and talk to her and sing to her. So this has definitely been a difficult journey for the entire family, especially her mother. You having a good day? Somebody told you was going to be on camera, didn't they? You just don't know how to act, huh? You know you love some camera. Your mommy said she was having a good day.
I mean, I just support when I can, you know, make sure I come around. I definitely notice her energy is different if she's having a bad day, if the nurses say she's not cooperating and certain people come around. I notice she does cheer up. She can feel, you know, who's in her presence. So I try to make sure I'm around as often as I can. And
if it's just to come over and make her smile. Sometimes it's to grab a movie that I think she would like and bring it over and let her listen to it or look at the movie. Sometimes it's to support her mother when her mother is weak and breaks down and upset. I encourage her to continue to believe that all of those things that we say we want her to do, she'll do.
I'm in Vegas, you can't show, but they really in the mind.
Single mom struggles. Everything is on me. Not having someone to depend on, making all the decisions alone, having to endure all types of medical terms to deal and understand Amari's needs, making sure all nursing understand her cares, and changing of personalities. You are so heavy.
House? Huh?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay. Amari a nice little massage on her little stinking feet. Pooty. Pooty. It feel good? Does it feel good? We're gonna paint her toes. Amari, do not mess your toes up. Still have to be a diva, a little diva. Blue and pink is her favorite colors.
A mother's, it's just not the same. I mean, she cries every weekend. When we're out together, I can tell she looks at other little kids, and I know she's always wondering what it would be like to be with her daughter. What would her daughter be doing right now? And to see that look on someone's face, to see them angst and be in anguish over their child, and there's nothing that you can do to comfort them. There's no words, there's no touch, there's nothing that you can do.
Every picture that I post on social media is a picture of me smiling. The inside of me, I'm just torn. I feel incomplete. I'm thankful. Let me change that. I'm very thankful because my daughter is still alive. My mother is still alive, but I'm so empty because I don't have my best friend to talk to. She's in such a good spirit, and I can't be more thankful for that, but I'm ready for my baby to talk to me. I'm ready for her to play, dance again. And I know in due time, it's going to happen. And being here in New York, I kept getting chills because this is one of the places she asked to be. At 4 years old, she said, "Mommy, can you take me to New York?" And I said, "Mari, for what?" She said, "Lights, camera, action." I brought her to New York on her 6th birthday, and she had an amazing time. She was so happy. And right before her 7th birthday, and I'm crushed. I mean, crushed beyond measure. Being a single mother to a child with disabilities is one of the hardest things anybody could ever do or endure. It's my only baby, and I love her more than life itself. And I do understand that I am borrowing her because she is God's child first. But I prayed so hard for God to just bring my baby back, our baby back.
We dancing this for fun. We went in my mom's room, we started making videos and dancing. It was a lot of fun. And then we went downstairs to make up a dance and chair. We both had our own moves, then we just started doing the same thing.
How did the news about Amari's accident hurt you?
Really bad, because I got surprised and I did not know what to do.
So when you see these videos of yourself and AMARI, how does it make you feel now knowing that AMARI is in her condition now and at one point she was running around just like you?
It made me feel glad when she was in that picture of me.
So you was happy to see you guys doing the fun things you used to do. So why did you say you couldn't see the videos anymore when you were watching it?
Because it that make me cry.
It's gonna make you cry.
When I first saw AMARI, I was amazed that I had someone to be with.
You were.
Because she was really fun, and sometimes when she came over, I just wanted to squeeze her all the time.
He was excited. If no one met AMARI before and they needed to know who AMARI was, what would you say?
Beautiful and funny and a nice friend and just something great.
So what was it like the first time you seen AMARI after the accident?
It was actually special to me.
Why was it special?
Because I got to see her again.
Do you believe that you guys will be able to play again?
Yes.
If you had a chance to tell AMARI anything, what would you say?
You're the best thing.
The doctor said, what do you want us to do if when we remove this breathing machine and she doesn't breathe? Her dad and I said, bring our child back. They took the machine off. AMARI breathed on her own. She did this. God did this. And I'm okay with this. And she'll forever and always be my diva doll. And I'll forever and always be in her corner.
Baby girl, I'm alright. I'm waiting for that day for you to say mommy, for you to show us a cheer, for you to read a book, to run outside, to play with the dog. And I'll be here waiting on you. No matter how long it takes, I'll be here waiting on you. Promise you that.
Hey AMARI, it's your goddaddy Dave, and I just hope and pray, you know, that things do get better. You know that I'm always there for you, so it's never gonna be a time I'm not around. And if I'm not around, I'll make sure somebody could come and make sure things are good on your end. But I love you, and I'm here for you.
Mari, I love you. She hear me say this every day. You know, she hear that every day from me. Every day when I leave from my house, I make sure before I go outside, I say, good morning, AMARI. Honey's going out. I'm going to the grocery store. You know you ain't like going to the grocery store with me no more. So that's when I'm going to the grocery store. That's what I always do. She said I go to too many grocery stores. So she got to an age she didn't want to go with me no more.
AMARI, God Mommy loves you. And I can't wait till we can hang out and have date night like we used to in the hospital.
I just wanted to hope you were okay, and I started praying for you, and then you were okay. And now when I went over your house, I got to see you and play with Barbie dolls, and wish you good luck. These are for AMARI for another pair of good luck and friendship bracelets.
Cool. Oh, Pootie.
Mommy loves you so much. There will be nothing that I will ever not do for you. If you need me, I'm here. I'll be there to cry with you when you talk about your little boyfriends when you get 50. I'll be there whenever you need me to be. You stay strong. Keep pushing. Don't ever give up. You still my little diva doll. And I love you more than life itself. Love you, Pootie.
All the way to the end. Look up. Smile.
Okay, but you need to stay away from them. They need to have.
Smile, toots.
And I'm very thankful for everybody, all my supporters, all the strangers who have never met Amari, who have never met me, for my prayer warriors, for my churches, for everybody who knew my mother and decided to pray for my child. Everybody who knew my friend who decided to pray for my child and my mother. I thank you. Because it was you guys who kept her going.
If you could say anything to Amari, what would you say?
I love you.
I'm sorry now, guys. I needed to get that out. Thank you.
Ma, I think I know why I call accident.
Why?
Because people don't know accidents.
For more information on how you can help Amari, visit dd42.com and follow us on Instagram at dd42.